It's 1876, and David Kalakaua, not yet crowned, not yet anointed or king, pens a song at the request of Kamehameha V. Lota Kapuaiwa, Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī, a new national anthem, a new symbol of strength, a new promise to the Kanaka Maoli of Kalakaua's generation that, like those before, they will stand and fight for their right to noho aupuni. Today, we call this resistance. Back then, we just called it pono. Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī nana I komoʻī kalani aliʻi ke aliʻi. So as Kalakaua writes, we sing of a generation of Maka'ainana and Mo'i who gave their fierce bodies to this legacy. We sing and we remember we are the sons and daughters of Po, the deepest, darkest, most creative forces in this world. We sing and we remember Umiali Loa, Kiha Pi'ilani, Monono, Ke Kuakalani Hawaiians, who practiced strength, resiliency, and resistance, knowing that no human power was so supreme that it could not or should not be overturned when unjust. Kalakaua writes and remembers an older Kamehameha. Kau'i keuli thundering, ua mau ke eo ka'aina I ka pono. Kalakaua holds this declaration in his iwi and pushes it through his melodies like we've been taught to hold it in our tongue, keep it sacred and safe from the poisoned fingertips of this fake state because it's 1893. An overthrown kingdom, a nation in distress, and Ellen Heolimeleikalani Wright Prendergrass feeds her generation rocks of resistance, pens us the melodic reminder of our genealogy of protest while Kalua I Ko'olau and Pi'ilani, they run through the brush at Kalalau on Kauai. Their steps are heavy but precise because they know the weight of a generation's oppression shrouding their shoulders. They realize the power from which they resist when they refuse to be wrongfully imprisoned by his sickness. So when Pi'ilani buries him, it is her tears that return his body and rifle to dust. His generation's ihe, an answer strapped across his bare chest, pointing back to Kalakaua's call to protect this legacy. Makualani e kameha meha e na kaua e pale meha ihe. So now it's 1895. Over 300 men led by Robert Wilcox, they take cover in the pohaku above Le'ahi. With rifles armed with gunpowder and alohaina, untrained soldiers give their lives for Hawaiʻi. But these are not the koa of the kipu'upu'u reign of Waimea. They are only the last physical defense of a people who know in their na'au that laying down to the opposition is not an option. Though they are not ihe, not malo, not ma'a, they are the kaua who answer Kalakaua's call. Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī nana I nali'i na pua muliko na poki'i. Now it is 1897. And America's physical power seems to be a muscle that cannot be matched. Alohaina of that generation take to the greatest weapon of a new time, pen and paper. Because of them, our kupuna, their names remain scratched into a new kind of stone, painting the picture of a strong, unified people, a nation whose love for Aina and Lahui could never be buried under joint resolution. Now it is 1976. After almost 6 decades of mourning, 9 young Kanaka Maoli, galvanized by the resistance to Kalama Valley evictions, they land on the island of Koho'olave, Kohema Lama Lama o Kanaloa. They have come to heal an island torn by the bombs of someone else's war, for someone else's security. On that day, the Protect Koho'olave reignite a practice of aloha aina so powerful, it defeated the U.S. military. But between March 6th and 7th of 1977, 2 young members of the Protect Koho'olave Ohana, George Helm and Kimo Mitchell, are taken. Their sacrifice confirms what we must be willing to offer back to our lahui, that sometimes we do not return on our own 2 feet. Sometimes we are only a song, the sweet memory of a sweet melody. Sometimes we are only the mo'olelo for the next generation to carry. And carry we have. In 1993, 10,000 of us gathered at the Iolani Palace to hear a brilliant Manawahine Haunani Trask proclaim, "We are not American. We are not American. We are not American. We will die as Hawaiians. We will never be American." Oh. Now it is 2019. Those of us who remain have the kuleana their lessons laced into the backbone of our practice so that they shall never be forgotten. Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī e kalahu e o Kahunahana nui e ui e. This is a genealogy elegy of protest written from the memory of past promises on March 29th, 2015, Aloha Aina of my generation ascended our sacred Mauna a Wakea. They have stayed through the night protecting our sacred people on the front lines and in the courtrooms ever since. Their sacrifice confirms resistance is a Hawaiian tradition. Aipohaku, as fundamental to our story as hula and oli, this is a true mo'olelo Hawaii, of new roots sprouting from old seeds. E nā po'e o Hawaii. Oni pa'a in this resistance, knowing that HeiraKuji, Robert Wilcox, George Helm, Kimo Mitchell, Haunani K. Trask, Liliuokalani, Kalu'i Ko'olau, Pi'ilani, and the hundreds and thousands who joined with them would stand with our young brothers and sisters between any aina and any desecration. We stand on their shoulders today when we insist on a better future. We honor their names. So come, sing with us. Know that when you do, you are joined by the hundreds and thousands who sang these stories before you. Know in your na'o that this is the way we rise. Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī Nanaʻi Komoʻī Kalani aliʻi Ke aliʻi Mahua lani e kameha meha e nā kaua e pale me ka ihe Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī Nanaʻi nā liʻi nā pua muliko nā pokiʻi Mahua lani e kameha meha e nā kaua e pale me ka ihe Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī e kalahui e o Kahunahana nui e ui e Mahua lani e kameha meha e nā kaua e pale me ka ihe.
Kuia Mauna! Kuia Mauna! Kuia Mauna! Kuia Mauna!